So today is day 20. We are just about 3 weeks since putting grass seed down on my parents' lawn, and take a look at what we're dealing with here. It looks fantastic. Really good growth here, and I just want to kind of show you around, show you what I'm seeing, a couple of spots that need a little extra love, and show you what I'm gonna do 3 weeks post seed. Here we go. So first things first, I came and did a video here recently, a couple weeks ago. I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks after, so a week or so ago, about ants and taking care of ants that had just really invaded here. I'm not seeing any more ants, so that's update number 1. No more ants are visible. The bifenthrin did what I expected it to do, and we no longer have to worry about ants invading the new seed and just being in the way. Now this was supposed to water about 10 minutes ago, but I decided to skip it because of what I'm going to do here today before I leave, and that's apply another application, the second application of the Green Pop starter fertilizer and a second application of Tenacity, just to prevent the weeds. And it's been doing a really good job so far. I'm not seeing any major weed action. Not really seeing weed action in general, to be honest. Maybe 1 or 2 here and there that can even be pulled up by hand. But just in case, just to make sure, I'm going to spray down Tenacity again and just play it safe. So Tenacity is going down today. Green Pop starter fertilizer is going down today, and that goes down at 15 ounces per 1,000, and that's right on the label. So that'll go down today. But before I put that down, I just want to show you a couple of spots that aren't doing as well as the majority of the yard is, and that will need probably a little extra attention, but not really a big deal. So overall, I'd say this yard is pretty smooth and flat for the most part. And a couple of people commented on the initial video when we put the seed down if I planned on, sand leveling at all or kind of messing with that, and I said no, because the majority of this is pretty well level. We did notice that there is one spot just here behind me. You can see it's not as thick and prominent as the rest of the yard, but there are sprouts there. There is grass growing in there, which is really good. And the majority of the grass that you're seeing right now is the ryegrass in the mix. The bluegrass is probably just now starting to germinate and come up out of the ground, and it's going to start really filling this in and filling this out very, very nicely. And I think the sunlight that it's been getting and the warmer temperatures that we're getting into now, we're getting into the 80s, plus the starter fertilizer that we're going to get is going to really, really help. Train! So as far as that goes, I'll be curious to see how it goes over time, but this is an area that does tend to get the most water. There's a sprinkler head just there in the middle on the edge here. It also gets hit by the sprinkler head here on the corner of the driveway just there, and I think there's another head on the other end of the yard that gets it too. So it gets a lot of water here. If we do get rain, it also has the drain for the rain gutters that pops out there, but we haven't gotten that much rain. We have gotten a decent amount of rain last week, which was super helpful. It was really nice to be able to skip waterings for pretty much a whole day. So free water was nice. But this area, I'll be curious to see how it goes, and we do have extra seed that we can overseed with later on if we need to, but we'll just give it a little more time. One other interesting thing that I want to point out here, this is the sprinkler head near the front garden bed that we moved closer to this curbing, and it was placed at the exact same height as we found it before we moved it. And as you can see, there's not any seed growing in this general vicinity. There is some that sprouted just next to the head, but about a foot or so away from the head in this area, there's no seed that's sprouting, but a lot of rocks are being exposed. I came through here and just kind of had to check out what was going on, and it's happening, the same thing's happening in one other head just over here. The way the water is coming out, the head is getting plenty high enough out of the ground to throw water into the yard, but the way the water's coming out of the nozzle, it's spraying out and it's spraying into the ground here as well, and it's just kind of pushing all of that dirt. So we do need to do a little bit of work here on this sprinkler head and kind of figure out how we can better adjust that. But the same thing, like I said, is happening on this middle head here on the side. So again, a couple of spots to kind of patch up here later, but overall, for 3 weeks, this is fantastic. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Can't wait to show you what it's gonna look like in the next 3 weeks. So there you go, there's your 3-week update. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and spray the starter fertilizer again and put down probably what will be the last application of the tenacity. That'll get us through the bluegrass phase, and we should be pretty well weed free. Like I said, I'm not really seeing any weeds here so far, so it must be doing something. But like I said, I did skip the watering that was supposed to happen a few minutes ago, and it's been several hours. So this is drying out a little bit, and I'm gonna do my best to keep foot traffic minimal here and just basically get on and get off and get away from it and just let it go. And then once I leave, I will turn on the sprinkler watering that was supposed to happen to get this watered in, and we'll go from there. Alright, that'll go ahead and do it. Everything is down, ready to go. I'm going to turn these sprinklers back on and get them back to work. And I'll give you an update again pretty soon. So if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing and stick around. Plenty more to come here. So that's going to go ahead and do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.